Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
So I was shocked that they let an advocate get on the air. Because I was like, man, do y'all really want to know what's really going on out here in these streets? I wish I could have a whole show that y'all could listen to every phone call that come to mind. I could do a whole show on my voice message. Just people calling, talking about what's happening. Just off the voice message, y'all wouldn't even believe what I got in my voice message. If I'm gonna start a podcast after show, I'm gonna let y'all hear the raw material because we can't even play it on the air. That's how real it is out here. That's why I ain't got time for all y'all all that extra stuff that y'all be trying to do. I'm just happy that we're able to have these great, powerful conversations. But I'm going to always remind y'all that we got to still get out here and get to work.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
I take care of the kids. And I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries. The cleanups. The meltdowns. The doctor's visits. The family events. Mealtimes. Bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Check it out one time.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We're broadcasting live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
Great morning to you, bro. How you doing and feeling?
It's Friday.
Yeah, what the business is.
It's what the business is Friday. It's just Friday in general.
That's right.
I did not get paid today, but it's still Friday.
Yeah. Great morning to our producer, Will. Will, great morning. How you doing and feeling this morning?
Feeling great. It's Friday. Dame said it.
There you go.
He stole my line.
I think his ding.
I say that every day. I say happy whatever day it is. And you stole it.
Will does.
I'm sorry.
You took the one thing I have from me.
I'm sorry. I stole your thunder. I'm sorry.
That's like all my life I had to fight moment.
But I was just feeling it in the moment that it's Friday. It's been a long week, and I'm happy it's Friday, Will.
You know? And shout out to our YouTube page. Make sure while you're there, you hit that like and subscribe. And we got Nurse Ariane Kawanda checking in at the top. And, of course, Sincere Ronnie Ray Real checking in right behind. So that's together. Anita DeCo. Great morning. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Of course, when you come in and check us out on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit that bell. You know what I mean? Hit the bell.
Yeah.
So that way we can get on the road again. Like right now we starting where we are, but we trying to move on up and get to that 8,000.
Started at the bottom, now we're here. Drake just dropped last night.
Whack as hell.
Listen.
In my opinion.
For y'all that just missed what I said, Drake just dropped last night, and he's still mad at Kendrick.
Yeah, man.
Man, if you don't go on with that.
Let it go, bro.
You done lost the battle. The battle has been lost.
And he continued to lose points by steadily trying to kick it up.
You look like a B word.
Right.
And come on, man. Let it go. When Jay-Z lost to Nas, he didn't talk about it no more.
No, he didn't.
He may have threw a shot here and there.
Yeah, but
not like
it was like.
But not like
no,
the stuff I'm hearing from Drake is like he's got whole verses where he's still talking about this stuff. You're a sore loser. You lost.
And then trying to throw other people in there too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, man, let it go, bro.
Let it go, bro.
Let it go.
And you look like a clown.
Yes.
And like Jigga was saying, if you're a 40-year-old person and you still trying to rap like a young person, then it's inauthentic because you're not a young person anymore.
Right.
And if you're still rapping like that and talking like that,
you're supposed to grow.
You're supposed to grow. Your audience is supposed to grow. What benefit are you serving your audience if you aren't growing with them or making them grow with you?
Right. That's like Big Daddy Kane coming out with a trap music.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Come on, you got to do what you do.
You grow.
And I understand if you have the capabilities to be able to do it. And as an MC, I can speak on that. If you have the capabilities to be able to make that type of music, fine. You can do that. But I think your subject matter needs to change.
It does.
You can't be talking about, the clips and this, that, and the other, and whatever the case these young folks is talking about. You have to talk about something more substantial,
right?
In my opinion. And I didn't listen to the whole thing. I only listened to some clips because I do not want to be, led astray down this Drake aisle. But come on, man, 3 albums.
Gotta let it
so
go,
he just
bro.
been in the studio mad since the Super Bowl.
A trap album, R&B, and what is the other one? Is it like Afro Beats or something like that? Yeah.
And he's still being a colonizer.
Yeah.
You still doing the Afro Beats album, sir? You from Canada. I understand in Toronto there's that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not you.
Right.
You're stealing somebody else's stuff. Let them have their shine.
It's not going to bode well for you, Drake. This is not the come black that you should have made.
He should just made some hot
go
music.
black to you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We all know what it is, but guess what? You got hits.
Yeah, you still got hits.
You got classics.
And even those people like myself who may not like you, we can't deny,
right.
God's plans.
Mm-hmm.
We can't deny certain things, right?
That's right. That's right.
Do what you good at. And that was the same thing when Ja Rule lost.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to come back all hard and do it. No.
That's right.
You and Ashanti go in the studio and y'all sing some songs and do what you do.
That's it.
Act like that didn't happen.
Because that's what 50 Cent became Ja Rule.
Yeah.
All of the stuff that he was talking about that he was doing, he started getting R&B people on his track.
Absolutely.
He started singing little, ain't that what you accused Ja Rule of?
He saw it as a dope game. I'm gonna take over this man block.
And he did.
And he did that. And but Kendrick ain't even trying to take over your block.
No.
He still left you a lane to do whatever you do. And even though Kendrick came out with SZA and he came out with these songs, but that's because they was on tour.
Right.
He kind of went into his lane. I'm gonna take some of your money right now because I know you finna be sitting down.
That's right.
But Kendrick is falling back.
Absolutely. It was like, okay.
Like he always does.
Battle is done.
The battle is done. It's over.
And
you know what I'm saying?
That's how real MCs, in my opinion, handle it. Like, you know what? Hey, it is what it is.
Absolutely. I've never lost a battle. But if I did, you got to shake somebody's hand and keep it moving. I respect those that if we stand toe to toe and I come with some bars that are killing yours or whatever, because I'm old school that we stand in the cipher and just rap.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You had to do that. If you couldn't do that, nobody cared what you said. Mm-hmm. So with today's artists, I think that's what Kendrick and Drake just did. And Drake, you lost.
Right.
Fine. Dap it up. You just lost in front of the whole world.
Right.
And dap it up.
Yeah.
And all right, bet. But they hate each other so much. And then you got the pedophile. All of that is a part of the battle, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you done said. This man drop and give you 50. Them songs was hot. But Kendrick just came and gave you more of the hotness. With killed it off with They Not Like Us.
Yep.
And that was it.
That
was nothing you can do after that.
It was the massacre.
And you're still mad, though.
And here's the thing. Drake, you still trying to come black and we're only making him relevant for a moment because, everybody, he get ready to drop an album. Oh, he dropped 3 of them. You get what I'm saying? Because he's such a hypocrite, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you weren't crying and talking about exposing the labels and all of that when Black to Black dropped. When that hit,
when it helped you win against Meek, when it helped you win against all these other people,
right?
And now you mad because the same machine went against you,
right?
Come on, man.
It played your song too. You got to think as a DJ, as well as a radio personality. We played the song. It was a hit.
It was a hit, and Drake
that's not like us. Stop trying to hate on the dude.
If you got hits, you got hits.
Right.
See, the problem, and
Kendrick is on that. Like, if you come at him, he's a real MC.
He's a real MC, and he don't care about politics or that. He don't care about the corporations involved. It's MCing, and he was. West Coast
that's
rappers.
The art of it.
West Coast rappers have more of the aesthetics and more of the combination of all of the things that are hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more than even East Coast rappers.
Right.
Because if you look at West Coast rappers like Freestyle Fellowship, Raz Cass, all of these cats like that, Corrupt, all of these dudes out, they take this to heart.
Yes, they do.
This is how they came. Their hip hop, they took everything that they said it was in the East Coast, took it out on the West Coast, and they took it to heart.
That's
they
right.
had battles.
That's
they
right.
had ciphers. You had to come up
That's
this
right.
way. If
That's
you
right.
didn't, nobody cared what you said. And the
Yep.
East Coast kind of let go of that a little bit.
You.
But Kendrick, so I say that to say that's how Kendrick came up. And let's face it, man, Drake is proving that he's not like us.
Right.
With all of this stuff, come on, man, let it go.
It's a crybaby type thing. You sound like a little baby.
You sound like a crybaby now. Let it go. You good, bro.
Right.
You are one of the best artists to have ever done it.
And just come back.
Do that.
And be just Drake.
Be Drake. Don't be this man. And you know what's funny is Wayne told him, Drake can't. When he first started doing the gangsterish stuff, Drake was like, Wayne was like, don't do that.
Right.
Because you're going to have problems when people call you on that.
That's right.
That's not you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be that way, bro. Now, you may have people around you that's that way.
That's right.
But that's not you, and this is hip-hop. So when you and again, Wayne from down south, they take that, all of the foundations of hip-hop.
Yes, sir.
They take it to heart because
yes,
they
sir.
were watching it from afar. And so it's like when Malcolm X was watching, I don't know why the guy's name, the leader of the Nation of Islam at that time,
Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Why did that slip my mind right there? Because I'm hyped right now. But when Malcolm was watching Elijah Muhammad, then he found out that Elijah Muhammad had been doing some things with the young ladies and this, that, and the other. And Malcolm fell back and was like, it made him question everything. When you look at West Coast, Midwest, and down south hip hop, when we get in the game and we find out that we were holding these East Coast rappers to a certain esteem, and we find out that that's not the truth of it, right? We see that's what Wayne is coming from when he tells Drake, look, I take this serious.
That's right.
Don't be a studio gangster. We don't accept that down
That's right.
here.
That's right.
And that's what Drake was being, and that's what Drake has become, even though he's still doing these Afro beats and everything else. Man, just like you said, just be yourself.
Just be you, man. The battle's over.
The battle's over.
And it was one of the. And I guarantee you, in my opinion, when he was talking about he was going to drop before leaks, I guarantee you, in my opinion, that the majority of us were waiting on the Drake that we knew.
Yeah.
We weren't hoping to see if he going to say something about Kendrick.
Nobody wants to hear that.
You get what I'm saying? Nobody. Yeah, it's like, bruh, that part is over with. Now let's get back to the music.
Nobody wants to be taken back, even though we enjoyed that time.
Yeah, but
nobody
like we do with battles with LL and Kumo D. You get what I'm saying? But when it was over, it was over.
It was over. Kumo D wasn't still rapping about LL 10 years later.
Right.
Or however many years later. It was done. If he lost, he lost.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. If you lose, you go about Jay-Z. And that's the only battle that I can really say is like that, to that level, because there was really like spats and not really one song. When Jay-Z had his thing with Nas and they was taking shots at each other and it built up to the ether, Jay-Z had to take that.
Yes, he did.
He tried to come back with Super Ugly, a little mixtape drop that was very disrespectful. Even his mom was like, that's too much. That's not battling. And he had to understand that, right?
Right.
He let it go.
Yep. I mean,
because he understood that's going to mess up my money.
Yep. Like, let's look at the NWA and the Ice Cube situation. Ice Cube dropped No Vaseline.
Yep.
End of story. Annihilated all of them. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all of they look come like it wasn't nothing. But Cube didn't stay on that. He's like, nah, I'm going to keep doing Cube and make this money. Yeah. And that's what he did.
He could
Every album he came out with didn't have another diss song about.
And even the songs didn't have references to.
That's it. That's where I'm going.
Because what you're showing by doing that is this person you're giving Kendrick. You're letting Kendrick know
he's living rent free.
That's exactly that's exactly the phrase I was gonna say.
He's living rent free
in your mind.
Yep.
And so he's one still. Come on, man. And Drake, grow up, bro. You out here with this look that you got that look like you trying to be a kid, man. You a businessman now. You worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Man,
show people that.
Right.
Not that you got to have on suits and stuff, but like Jigga did with the 444, whatever that was. And he switched his style. He wasn't talking to crazy. He can't talk it no more.
That's right.
You can't do that no more.
That's right. Yeah. You know.
That's all I'm saying.
Elevate.
YouTube
page, I see you before we go to our break. 77 Kenru said that's why 3,000 left the game. Nita Nicole said Drake owned one. Weak. Nurse Ari and Kawanda said, I'm so over Drake and for his album to drop, and they pulled all Kendrick songs targeted towards him from these major platforms.
They put him back on there.
It was petty, yeah, but Kendrick put them all black up on his personal account. Anita Nicole said Drake has no elevator. It's 2026. After Pusha T bodied Drake lost his Memphis, Tennessee card.
Yeah.
77 said, let's see. Nurse Ari and Kawanda said Kendrick is the GOAT. Anita Nicole said Drake adopted hip-hop. He's not hip-hop, and that makes the difference. Cole Stevens said, y'all kind of hating a little bit. Drake's still cold out here in these streets.
We said
he is, but he needs to lead a battle especially with this Kendrick thing. And now he's trying to make himself relevant by poking at other artists in this song as well. So
walk away. When Sugar Ray Leonard beat Tommy Hearns, Tommy Hearns wasn't, he was like, he beat me. He caught me with that one. He wasn't every interview after that talking about how Sugar Ray wasn't good.
Right.
He gave him his credit. Yeah, he beat me. That's what a man does.
That's it, bruh.
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
He got me.
Will D9 said Kendrick was the halftime performance at the Super Bowl. Case closed. Hip-hop comes from the mud, not built in a studio, Anita Cole said. And 77 said Project Pat told Drake to let the gangster stuff go. We got to get ready to let this conversation go so we can take care of some bills. And that's it. We gave our time with that, and that's our review. And it's up there, and it's stuck. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We'll be black.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I need to let you know the award-winning Tory Lowe Show can now be streamed live on YouTube. How? Every day from 1 to 4. Truth Nation, I am now bringing all the smoke on YouTube every single weekday. Hey, how? I need you to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 101.7 The Truth and check out the award-winning Tory Lowe Show live every afternoon. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube. Now that's powerful.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, join the March of Dimes this Saturday at 9 a.m. for March for Babies at Greenfield Park. Come together with the Milwaukee community to support moms and babies and be a part of something that truly matters. Hundreds have already signed up, and there's still time for you to join the walk. Every step helps support healthier pregnancies and stronger families, especially for those facing the greatest barriers to care. So grab your friends, bring the family, and show up. March for Babies this Saturday at 9 a.m. at Greenfield Park. Sign up now at marchforbabies.org. Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey, in the building.
Don't forget, coming up at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, it'll be What the Business Is, where if you have a Black-owned or operated business or you have an event, you get to call in and let us know what the business is. It's powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local businesses. So, yeah, that part. Dame, did you see that the Alphabet boys and girls, they paid a visit to Milwaukee County elections director? Is that under the Orange Man auspices? Like, hey.
Yeah. Listen here. What we are witnessing and what you're seeing across the country, because this is not the first official, local, or, national that now the FBI have gone after. And what we have learned is that the FBI has a special task force within its midst that are called, like the Payback Task Force. So anybody Trump feels has done him wrong in the past, these FBI officials that are beholden to Trump and loyal to Trump are going after them. And what we're seeing is that this is it's not just going to be national. They did it in Virginia when they went after that person in Virginia that was going to do the gerrymandering, but in the Democratic favor. They went after them.
Right.
They're doing it here. This is going on all across the country and will go on all across the country because this is a part of the playbook for creating an authoritative government. If you look at what happened in the Philippines, like just yesterday in the Philippines, they tried to arrest a senator in the wherever the senators meet, the capital in the Philippines. They tried to arrest the senator and there was gunfire. So I'm saying, I don't know the details of it, but I'm saying this is the type of things that have happened. And if you go look at the Philippines and what's been happening since this guy named Bong Bong, that's his nickname. His real name is he's a Marcos. He's like his father. He's the son of the other Marcos. If you go look and see and you trace back the trajectory of how he became who he is now and how the Philippines became what it's following the same thing. And this is a part of now you have to go after those you've gained this power, you've gotten this foothold. Now you have to go after those that would be a problem for you maintaining and keeping this control. And how does the Milwaukee County Election Commissioner play a factor in that? Well, in 2020, Trump lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he won in 2016, and he won in 2024. But in 2020, he lost. So with these elections coming up, this is all about intimidation.
Right.
This is all about, and you can't mince any words. There's no way to dance around it. This is all about intimidation. This is all illegal activities here. This country was built upon freedom of speech. This country was built upon, so they say, about freedom of the vote, freedom of the people.
Yeah, freedom of speak, but watch what you say, as Ice-T would say. But we do got a video.
Let's watch the video,
so we're going to check the video. Will, you can hit that video for us.
Off the top tonight, an FBI agent visit to the home of the Milwaukee County Elections Director, Michelle Hawley. It follows the news the FBI is investigating the results of the 2020 presidential election here in Wisconsin. Milwaukee County Clerk George Christensen confirmed the FBI visit in an email, saying the agent did not speak to Hawley directly but left the business card. In the email, Christensen said, "It is unfortunate the FBI chose to visit Hawley's private residence rather than contact the Election Commission's office directly. No dedicated public servant should be subjected to that type of intrusion simply for carrying out her responsibilities and with integrity and professionalism." This week, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reported the FBI investigation into the 2020 election is in its preliminary phase and focused on vetting previous complaints. President Donald Trump has falsely, repeatedly claimed he won the 2020 election. In his own statement, Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley said President Trump's ongoing attempts to relitigate the 2020 election, which he lost, have crossed a line if he's sending FBI agents to the private residence of Milwaukee County's elections director, adding, "Milwaukee County officials will always cooperate with law enforcement officers and the investigations they're pursuing, but this action raises serious concern of intimidation."
That's from WISN 12
All right,
News.
boys, pop quiz. What's your...
Quite honestly, I don't like that last part. You don't have to cooperate with something that's illegal.
Right.
And you're by saying we're going to always cooperate with what they're doing. The FBI is doing an illegal activity right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to cooperate with illegal activities. Once you have that right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They are breaking the law, going after this woman, and you're saying, okay, we're going to let them do what they're going to do. No, that's not okay. Don't let them do what they're going to do. They are going after this election commission woman. They're going to her house.
Right.
I know firsthand when the FBI comes to your house, that is very intimidating.
It is.
And they leave that car.
And they know that.
And they know what they're doing.
Yep.
And there is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There is no investigation here. Because we've already proven over and over again there was nothing illegal done in 2020. Every investigation that has been proven that has been done has shown nothing illegal happened in 2020.
Right.
There was no voter irregularities. Now in 2024, maybe. But in 2020, there was no voting irregularity. There was nothing done illegally. But see, this is all a part of what Trump is doing. This is all a part of the plan that they are running.
The orange man is Drake.
There you go. Say less. To break it down, so that it can forever be broken. That's who that's as men and as women of this community, that's how we have to see it.
Yeah.
He is a sore loser.
Yeah.
But it's not just about being a sore loser. It's also about building up an intimidating factor for anyone that would ever think of speaking out. Anyone that would ever think of dissenting against this administration. You're going to have the police at your door. This is what they did in Germany. This is what they do in any Gestapo-like country. They send people to your door. And then next thing you know, once they start sending people to your door, they're not leaving cards no more. They're breaking down your doors and they're disappearing you. You're disappearing. And we can talk about how it is so far off, but it isn't.
That's right.
It isn't so far off because this man in the Philippines was elected in 2022. By 2026, they are having gunfire and shots in the Senate building in the Philippines. And that's the play that they have been following, and that's the play that they have been running because when he got elected, he made his issue the immigrants were the Muslims.
Right.
The Muslim people that were in the Philippines were the reason. So we need to gather around and get rid of the Muslims. Same thing Trump did. The Mexicans, the immigrants, we need to go after them. And you build up this fervor for that, right? Yep. Now you've got all of this nationalistic ideas happening, and now you keep going. You keep going. The same playbook. And your man Bannon is going around the world on a world tour showing other leaders how they can become an authoritative government. Because the only way that authoritative governments stay in power is if every other government is authoritative too. Because if those other governments that are actual democratic governments see that, they're like, no, that's not okay. No, that's not okay. And they're going to make it so that you can't make money. They're going to make it so that they put you on lists. But if they themselves are authoritative, then who going to be on these lists?
Yep, real talk. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Troop Nation, we'd like to hear from you, get your thoughts and opinions. And we're also going to be talking about Milwaukee officials are pushing back on a data center rumor that is trying to come to Midtown, the empty Walmart location. And Alderman Mark Chambers ended up putting out a press release on that as well. But we'll come back to talk about that. If you have some thoughts and opinions on this or something about the Walmart possibly becoming a data center, what does that mean? We can talk about it. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol, Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Brat Fest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem. But the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage. Because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person. Complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Delays along southbound 41 starting from before Silver Spring all the way down towards Capitol Drive. The northbound side's backed up from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. We've also got northbound 894 right about at the ramp from Greenfield Avenue. The left lane is blocked with some debris in the road. Westbound 94 backing up from 35th Street all the way to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Morning showers, then partly cloudy, breezy and warm, a high of 73 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 56. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. Inside the American Family Insurance Studio at the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
Shout out to our girl, Bailey Coleman. And
$5,000.
And we are, again, like this is you got to pinch yourself. Be like, is this real? Is this real?
Oh,
we are joined by our brother, our teammate, Sherwin Hughes.
What's happening, Sherwin?
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, 9 a.m. to noon.
Good morning,
What's going
gentlemen.
on? Great morning, man.
Grace us with his presence.
I'm glad to be in the presence of you two.
We accept that.
Thought
From
I'd pop in for a second.
Media royalty.
No, not quite.
Yes,
Not
you
quite a king. Maybe like
Oh, yeah, okay.
not quite a king.
Nobility?
So this is my last week as a GKB employee, God willing and everything continuing to roll out smoothly. Next time you see me in this studio will be the 25th of May, and I will be a member of the Milwaukee Black Media Trust. So next week.
So you coming in on Memorial Day?
Well, then I guess not. So
Yeah, that's
the
Memorial
26th.
The 26th, I will be. Thank you, Will. I probably should check the calendar when scheduling my vacation days. So
yeah, you might want to do that.
I want to try and get on all of our shows if I possibly can. I want to get on Dr. Ken's show and Tori's show and Kyle's show just to, I guess, say goodbye to this incarnation of Black Radio because this means a lot to me. Like, nothing's going to change. Like, the studio's still going to be the same, but who I work for and the mission will be different. So I want to reminisce with folks this last week.
Well, this will be my last week, too. So
how you feel about that?
I'm straight. I had a good run.
When did you start? 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was filling in 24, 23, something like that. And then, yeah. So it's been a good run. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from y'all. I learned a lot from Homer. You listening to y'all. I started listening more. And in listening more, I learned a lot.
When you do this line of work, you listen different.
Yeah.
It's not always just to get your news and get your information. How do they transition? How do they find that story? Why are they picking this element? Why they're not picking that element? So that's why I hate to listen because I don't hear what everybody else hears.
Yeah, and DT, when I initially started, I was working with Telly and DT, and I learned a lot. Shout out to them. I learned a lot from them as far as being professional in this space. And then it switched over to Homer and Bailey, and I couldn't have had, two better mentors in that regard. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to Homer. I grew up listening to Bailey. And so it was a blessing to be sitting here with them during those times. You know what I'm saying? And then listening to you and Dr. Ken. I've known Dr. Ken for a while, and Kyle and Tori and everybody. I learned something from everybody. And I'm just going to take it with me moving forward.
Well, you don't go away. You still can, you can podcast, right? You can still talk to the peoples.
I'm still going to find a way to talk my ish. It's going to happen.
Because people, Homer, tell them, when you're not on the mic, if you've been doing it and you get used to it and you start to love the people that listen to you and support, you miss it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's what got me here was, I'm MC and I had the mic for so many years. This is just an evolution of that, a different mic in my face now. You know what I mean? So instead of being on the stage, being in front of the crowd, and if you ever heard Black Elephant, we talk political. That was our thing. You know what I'm saying? And so this is just an evolution of that. Shout out to Element and Verb. It's just an evolution of that. And so the next one will be that as well.
Yeah, no. It's definitely been a honor and a pleasure. Like, when I talk to people all the time, and people are like, man, I've been listening to you. You know, I get it everywhere I go. It's a blessing. And when they say, you know, I'm honored to meet you, I always let them know, no, I'm honored to meet you, and to hear their stories of what I've meant in their life and their family's life, and just, you know, in this city and doing all this community work, how much people appreciate it. So I always tell people, yeah, people give me my flowers. So I'm not.
Yeah, I was
one.
I was at Owen's place last night with one of the youth because, you know, I mentor. So, and whenever I go there, the woman that works there and works the Owens place finally, like, she's like, the MC is in the building. And I'm like, you know, I feel that and I get that around the city, and I love that, and I appreciate everybody that has shown me that love and made this easy for me. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all old heads, y'all not like y'all old heads, but y'all been doing it so long. The transition is you've been through this a few times, right? So for me, it was new, and it was new.
These transitions, which are par for the course in broadcast media, they don't get easier. Mm-hmm. They're still unpredictable. You know that it's coming. You know that there's going to be a change. There's going to be a sale. There's going to be new people coming and going. But it always, at least me, I don't know about you, Homer, but it always takes me by surprise. Like,
yeah,
here we go again.
You'd be like, another one. You know what I mean? But it is the world of radio. It is, and a lot of other jobs. You know what I mean? So it is that world, and that's why I always say in life, I remember where you used to be able to say, here today, gone tomorrow. I'm just like, no, here this morning, you can be gone this morning, and just like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about this FBI visit, man. I want to get your thoughts, and I know you'll have the things that you already may have, and you're going to be going to work on for your show. So we don't want to, take away all of your viewpoints if you're going to touch on this. What's your thoughts on the FBI visiting the home of the Milwaukee County Elections Director?
Pure intimidation.
Absolutely.
And a signal of what is to come. They know, the Republicans, the Trump administration, know that the polls aren't looking good, and they're going to take a major thumping in the midterm election. So what I believe they're going to do, because this is a pattern that they have, they test stuff. They poke and they prod, they see what they can get away with. So they have this FBI agent, instead of going to the county, instead of going to the county clerk, instead of doing it official, instead of sending a letter and requesting documents, instead of doing a subpoena, no, we're going to come to your house. That's crazy. Federal, and they have arrest powers. So what are they doing? They're scaring everybody. David Crowley now gives a statement. He's putting attention on it, but I think that is what their ultimate goal is, to intimidate and to scare people. And who's to say that they won't come to individual people's houses?
Yeah.
Let's say I request an absentee ballot via mail. Hi, Mr. Hughes, Agent Smith with the FBI. Did you actually request an absentee ballot? Can we see that? Can we verify that? You got your ID on you?
Right, that's intimidation.
Yeah. Look, they did that to me, and I'm a voter. I'm like, hey, I might not send this ballot in.
I may not send it in.
Right.
And I definitely going to be careful about telling people who I voted for, speaking out in any way against anything. Because once they start coming up to your door, that's a different ball game, and that's the intimidation that they want.
Absolutely.
Showing up at somebody's door,
man,
not to their job, but at their door, that's personal. Yep. That brings that home. That makes it personal. And then now you have to think, well, like Sherman just said, they have arrest powers. What happens if they arrest me? Is this worth it?
Right.
Is anything that I'm doing worth it? Is holding up the law?
Yeah, you're hindering. You know what I'm saying?
Is holding up the law and doing your job as a county commissioner clerk's office, holding up election commission. You're holding up the law. That's your job. You're charged with holding up the voting and making sure everything. Is it worth my job to make sure that if they come looking that I don't give them what they want? Am I going to be an impediment to them? You know what I'm saying? Am I going to stand at the door and say, no, you can't come in here? Am I going to do that? Hell no. I'm not going to jail for you. And that's how they want you to think.
Yeah.
That election was litigated for 2 straight years,
yes.
60 court cases, even conservative judges that Trump put on the bench said there was absolutely no fraud whatsoever.
Right.
Joe Biden gets elected. Joe Biden serves a whole 4-year term, and now they still going back to the 2020 election.
Right.
It is pure intimidation, because if there was fraud, I promise you they would have found it.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
They're lying. They're lying and using this as a cover to go do what they wanted to do. And that's why I keep bringing up what's going on in the Philippines, because that's the playbook that they are following. And if you look at what's going on down there, they want that type of power. That's the type of power Trump wants. He wants to be able to do what's going on in these other places. He wants to be that guy. And to get to those spaces, you have to get rid of the dissenters. You have to get rid of the media that talks bad about you.
Yep.
You have to get rid of all your opposition in any way with Comey and the 8746 and some seashells. So basically, if you say something, I'm coming for you.
Yep.
So now you can't even say nothing. So only the bravest of us are going to be out here saying something.
Yep. Listen, there's so many people who have had their social media pages just permanently deleted. They've been banned from social media because of some of the comments that they spoke out against the Orange Man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. That is like, wow.
That it is crazy. And Sherman, do you feel like that? I heard you say that, but do you feel as if, and oftentimes when I hear you and I listen after I leave here and I'm driving home, I'm like, I want to ask you questions. So I get to ask you a question. So do you feel as if, like, those types of investigations and those types of prosecutions that we're seeing with Comey and the 8746 are going to trickle down to less prominent people as well? And are they just starting that to start the trend of doing that? And these local federal agents are going to start building cases against people like you and I who may post something that is disparaging of Trump and them.
Anybody they deem a threat. That's why they're going after journalists. Anybody that they deem any kind of a threat that can speak with credibility against Donald Trump. And I guess, so the James Comey thing, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because when he put 8647
that's what
in the sand, that's a death threat. We got to be clear about that. But here's what's crazy. Trumpers, if not Donald Trump himself, had posted 86 45 or 40. What was Joe Biden's presidential? 45?
Yeah.
They did the exact same thing, right, to Joe Biden. It's a death threat because 86 means to off somebody. But James Comey did that because he was the former director of the FBI under like 3 different presidents, both Democrat and Republican. James Comey, knew that he would trigger them. So he was like, no, I want y'all to come after me.
Right.
And so he is allowing us to see how they're going to vigorously pursue him, so that we can get some hints and clues, because he's obviously going to win. He's going to navigate that whole system.
Yeah.
But he is showing that he can goad them too, because Donald Trump is so fragile that he'll go after literally anybody. And I don't know if, what the ultimate result is going to be. But yeah, he did that on purpose. He ain't stupid.
Right. You don't make it to the FBI
Absolutely.
and post something like top of the FBI and post something like that. And okay.
Trump gets elected wins in 2016, gets inaugurated 2017. First meeting he had was James Comey. James Comey wanted, as the FBI director, him to be loyal to Donald Trump and basically be his lawyer so that Donald Trump could go after his enemies. James Comey knew that meeting was going to be so corrupt and so crooked, he actually took handwritten notes. And the thing about an FBI agent, let alone the director of the FBI, they're deemed as so credible that handwritten notes that they take are actual evidence that can be admitted in court. And he made clear, like, Donald Trump asked me to do this, and this. And we should have known then that Donald Trump was on a revenge tour. Now, we never expected dude would get reelected and be worse. But he showed us who he was a long time ago.
Yes,
but now
he
he's
did.
on a warpath.
Yeah, who expected this? That he would come back? Like,
Yeah, man.
a bad rash.
Yeah, that part. You're listening.
The Orange Man is a bad rash.
On the worst part of your body.
Exactly. A part you can't itch.
Yeah. That part. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We hope to try to have Sherwin around for our next segment before we get to what the business is. At the top of the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be black.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship, because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Sweet Talk's Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. I'm the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
And we are joined with Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Great morning again, Sherwin.
Great morning, gentlemen. It's my last week as a GKB employee, so I'm off next week. I'll probably be broadcasting from my YouTube channel, which is Hughes Views 414. But I will not be here in this studio, and I'm going to actually enjoy my time off. I don't know if I've had a week off since I started, so it's going to feel good. I'm going to get some stuff done.
I just want to interrupt you real quick. Paula Montgomery said, "No, Dame, you're too fine. And you're too smart to leave us."
I saw that. I was going to let you read it.
Hold on, man. Don't interrupt me for that.
No, I needed to. That needed to be read. And I'm too fine.
Did you ever get any...
And I'm too smart.
Did you ever have a conversation about the other comments that you were making about your bald head and
for the ladies?
I heard those comments.
For the ladies.
Did you have a little mini conversation at all?
No.
Okay, all right.
She trusts me.
Okay, there you go.
I'm a trustworthy guy.
You were saying
she knows radio.
You were saying some untrustworthy things.
It's
That's
radio.
what I was saying. Like, come on, man. See, Sherwin heard it too.
This is radio. Mm-hmm. This ain't real life.
Okay.
Women that flirt with you in the YouTube chat are the incarnation of Satan himself. Watch out. Don't fall for it, Dan.
I ain't falling for it.
Next thing you know, you meeting somebody for coffee because they wanted to have a discussion about politics. Next thing you know, why don't you want to just come over? I live right around the corner. You want to?
Kimberly Harris, why are you covering it today, Dame? Don't start. I'll take it off later.
They got you, Dame.
Y'all got to wait for the Shanniness.
Damn.
For the ladies.
You almost choked. You almost had Sherwin Hughes choke.
Well, that's your new show, Dame. If you ever get a new show on your own. For the ladies.
For the ladies.
Yeah.
Let me get that on some T-shirts.
Be careful. It might attract the fellas. The fellas.
Hey, listen. To each his own.
Okay.
Not me, though.
Oh.
But
so when I hear to each his own. All right. No, that's
how I was going. That's what I'm
no.
like, you did say.
No shade.
There is, in the book, The Spook Who Sat by the Door, Freeman is described as a man that all the ladies want, a man that all the men wanted to be like, and some even wanted to be with. So I'm like the spook who sat by the door. If they want to be with me, they do.
Congratulations.
That really cleared it up.
Thank you. I have no problem with that. I'm secure in my manhood. They know they're not getting nowhere with that. But have you ever had a gay dude try to holler at you?
Oh God, yeah.
And you don't get mad. What do you do?
Depends on the context.
If they coming at you in the, but if they, hey, whatever they do.
Just so y'all know, this is not where we were going to go.
This is not where we're going to go. But it's Sherwin,
we're
so
here
we
now.
can go these places.
We're here now.
I just wanted to say that I wasn't going to be here next week. That's the only reason why I'm in here. Now I'm
You
talking
didn't
about
answer the question.
Gay men that hit on them. There's a bunch of different ways they do it. Sometimes they're just nice. Sometimes they're overly flirtatious. Sometimes they touch you.
And don't touch me.
Exactly.
Don't
but
nobody
also,
touch me.
We get to see what women deal with.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Men can be aggressive.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Well, women can be aggressive too.
You can say whatever, but then I'll be like, no, sir, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But thank you. And then you keep it moving. Don't touch me, though. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I was going to say don't Jose me, but.
Oh. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I'm going to move my mic.
Now, Jose might call me. He might call.
As you are.
But no, it depends.
My bad, Jose. I love you, bro.
Depends on the situation. Sometimes it's, Thurwin, I think you so cute. Oh, well, mister, thank you, but I just want to let you know.
You can't use that voice.
you kind of sexy like Dame is. I'm like, oh, all right then, but I don't swing that way. You ever try it? No.
Now, see, you can't go that far. Once I tell you no, it's no. And so that's why I feel like women. Like, once I say no, leave me alone.
I'm sorry, Homer. He started this.
I did.
But let's not discount how aggressive women can be, too. And women can be worse because if a woman comes on strong and you're not interested and you reject her, it's World War III.
Oh, yeah.
Women don't deal with rejection very well because they think that
they're a woman and they don't have to deal with that. Usually when they want to give something away that they give away, somebody takes it. And if you have the gall to not take it, who do you think you are? And you're not taking this from me.
That's also being secure in your manhood. Just because a woman offers it to you doesn't mean you automatically take it. We got to be like discerning as men and discriminating in our taste because some men out here will do anything. And it emboldens women that shouldn't
be that way.
bold.
High five, sir.
If I show you some of the things, the booger wolves in my inbox, I'm like, is there something wrong with me?
High five, sir.
What have I done wrong?
High five.
You said the booger wolves, bro.
I'm not gonna say booger wolves because that's our air language. But I understand completely what you're saying. And some of the stuff I get, and I'll be like, why? What about me makes you think that that this is appropriate for you?
Because you said for the ladies.
I know I said for the ladies.
That's why they thought it was appropriate. It's like Dame don't discriminate because it's for the ladies.
I do discriminate. I am very discriminatory towards who I lay with or who I spend time with. If you check my whole facts.
I read the booger wolf inboxes in their voices.
That's personal to me.
I get
Carfax,
it. Yeah, I know.
I got one I really wish I could show y'all right now. So when I get a booger wolf inbox, I read it.
I'm moving my mic again.
In their voice, how I think they would sound.
No. Y'all, yeah, okay. I'll come black when it's time to say we coming black with what the business is.
Sherwin.
Carry on.
Sherwin. You look so good to me.
Even though I'm reading a message, I can hear her breathing. That's crazy. I'm reading an inbox. Homer, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
I'm finished. Y'all shouldn't have told me to stay for another second.
Do it again.
Sherwin. You look so good. You be wearing them hats while you be covering up that bald head.
Hey, that is funny. That is hilarious. Oh, my God. Because that's what sometimes it looks like. That's what sometimes it looks like. And when you look at that profile picture, you be like, huh.
Add my YouTube channel, Hughes Views 414. That's where I'll be broadcasting next week. I won't be here. This is my last day as an official Good Karma Brands employee, as I'm going to be transitioning over to the Milwaukee Black Media Trust. I just want to come in here and say that, and now you got me.
Nah, I got you
talking about my personal life,
doing impersonations of Rasputia. Listen, I'm here next week, y'all. Don't think I'm gone. I'm still here next week. So you'll get all of this commentary again next week.
Listen,
they might not let me and Sherman back on the air together again ever. I don't think that's because apparently
The first segment was fine.
It was fine. I asked you a valid question. It was very intelligent. I made sure it was because I know your status. And then I also know that,
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We are honored and happy to have Sherwin Hughes.
See you later.
What the Business is coming up at 8 a.m. Start calling in now, 833-217-1017. 833-212-1017. You got me all discombobulated here. Listen, what the business is, you can call in and tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. So 833-212-1017. Start calling now. We'll be black with what the business is.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
What the business is. Yeah. We all here for our men and our women and our kids. Everybody, what the business is.
Yeah.
You got the business, let me know what it is.
Hey,
what the business is. You got the business, let me know what it is.
Hey, learn today.
What the business is, yeah.
Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We're broadcasting live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. If you were supposed to be at work at 8 a.m., you're late. Right now.
You know my feelings.
Yes. And Nurse Arian Kawanda always
She knows
says,
my
don't
feelings
listen.
well.
Yeah, so just read the comment. 833-212-1017. That is the True Talk text line, but right now it's the What the Business line. It's powered by We Energies, delivering energy that powers local businesses. So if you got a local business and you want to go ahead and let people know where you are, how they can get there, if you have an email, the whole nine, so we can find out. Or you got an event that's coming up, this is your chance to let us know what the business is. All right. So again, 833-212-1017. Let's go to the lines and find out what the business is. We've got Antoine, PWD Computers. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. What the business is. Can you tell us what the business is?
Yep. That business is PWD Computers. We're located at 3800 West Valise Street. Our phone number is 414-445-5793. And our hours are Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you guys are looking for a Windows 11 laptop or desktop or custom-built PC, stop on in. We also do graphic design, computer upgrades, repair, digital surveillance for your home or your business, networking for your new office space or your home. So give us a call if you need any of those services. PWD Computers, we've been serving the community for over 20 years.
All right. Thank you very much. And again, y'all better get them upgrades because come, I believe you say October, November, it's like, yeah, your Windows, if you only got 10, ain't going to work. All the other stuff you got just ain't going to work no more.
That's unfortunate.
It is. I got to get mine.
I got to get mine upgraded.
Yeah. Of course, we're going to Author Sherelle V. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. What the business is. Can you tell us what the business is?
Good morning. Yes. I'm author Sherelle V., Coloring for the Soul. I was calling in to let listeners know that not everyone likes to talk about their grief, which is one of the reasons I created Still Here, Coloring for the Soul in Times of Grief, which is a coloring book and journal that allows those who don't like to talk about their grief the opportunity to color and journal through their grief. The coloring book can be found on Amazon under the same title. It also can be found on my website, which is www.coloringforthesoul.com. And also, I would like to announce that I am coming out with a series, which will be titled Still Here, Coloring for the Soul, Stages of Grief. And it'll be released mid to late June. Thank you.
All right, hang on. Because, again, I think it's really important that people take advantage of getting these books because we're having a lot of people that are passing away. Some people from ailments that they may have been dealing with or diseases that they may have been dealing with, some from homicides. And so I think that, grief is strong. And just like we just left from celebrating Mother's Day, and a lot of people whose mothers are no longer here have tough times when dealing with some of these situations. And we're getting ready to move into this summer with cookouts, and you can tell it affects people because you got people saying, hey, we're going to have a cookout for such and such who passed away or may have been murdered or something like that. So I think the importance of your book is so needed for people who don't know how to relieve or release some of that grief. And it's like, you coloring or you writing your own little journal notes or whatnot. And you can get all those things with your book, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you can. I got one.
Yes, and I appreciate that, Dave. And like I always tell people, with this book, you don't have to color a certain way. You don't have to journal a certain way. It's however you're feeling in that moment.
That part. But I think it's just really, really important that people end up taking a look, you know what I'm saying? And trying to get a hold of a copy of this particular book because, again, it's needed. It's needed. So thank you for doing that. And, again, you're helping so many people that may not know how to deal with all of the things that they are feeling and that they're dealing with. So thank you very much. 833-212-1017. That is the line. If you have a Black owner operated business or a business that you like and you support, give us a call and let us know what the business is. Or if you have an event coming up, you can call in and let us know that as well. I'm going to be taking part in the Big Clean tomorrow. The Big Clean, Strong Community, Clean Streets in the 53206 zip code, presented by Omega Missionary Baptist Church. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's located at 2915 North Teutonia Avenue. Food and refreshments will be provided, and I will be your musical conductor. The Big Clean MKE, it's a strong community. So come on out. Again, your chance to make sure that your community and your neighborhoods are looking clean as the weather continues to break and we get into these summer hours. And it's just important. So to everybody over there, Bader Philanthropies, Inc., shout out to Tamara and Big Frank and all of those over there who are supporting this Big Clean.
Whenever somebody says Big Clean or something like that, or Hip Hop Week or anything like that, I there's a certain sense of, even though I'm not involved with them anymore, there's a certain sense of pride in me, especially with Big Clean, that I helped that grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Before it was all over, and before it was West Care that was administering that. That was all in our office, and we were organizing it and doing it. And shout out to Arlisa, who was in the position, who helped us in the infancy stages of that. And now to see, when I drive down the street and I'm with the kids and I see Big Clean garbage cans, I'm like, I did that.
Right.
I organized that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
That name, the Big Clean, I made that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so it's just like, I feel a certain pride. So to see that it's still going and it's still happening, and people are still getting involved, I love that.
Shout out to Alderman Russell Stanford II. And again, to be able to be a part of these things. And when I was contacted about the one happening on May 16th tomorrow, and asked would I, be available, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. So it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it's 2915 North Teutonia Avenue, Omega Missionary Baptist Church. Come on out. They provide bags. They provide the trash pickers and all of that stuff, anything that you might need to be able to even take to your community to help clean up your neighborhood or your area. So organizations are welcome to come out and join in on this, and community people are able to just come on out and make sure that it don't look like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, seeing things and be like, look at all this trash and all this litter, who you think is supposed to pick it up? So if you got a chance to come on out, and some people that may not be doing their responsible part, you can at least do yours, You
That's
can
how
at
it
least
works.
do yours.
I saw a lady when I was leaving the house this morning. One of my neighbors had a garbage bag, and I thought she was going to throw it in my garbage can. So I'm looking. Was she going to throw that in my garbage can? But she wasn't. She was going around the block picking up the trash. And that's what I do in my little part of the neighborhood, is I go around and, do that. But there used to be a guy that used to live across the street from me, and him and his dog, he would travel the whole neighborhood, right? He would go all the way from Valete to Highland, from 27 to 20. He would travel the whole neighborhood, right? And he would just pick up trash.
Right.
And since he's moved, you can see the increase in trash in the neighborhood since he's moved. So if y'all think just you yourself don't make a difference, I say all of that to say, if you think just you yourself don't make a difference in any of these things that we talk about, you do make a difference.
Absolutely. Also, that's coming up later in at the end of June, the Milwaukee County Affordable Housing Event for 55 plus will be happening on Tuesday, June 30th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at 1230 West Cherry Street here in Milwaukee. The primary goal of this event is to help create direct connections between our clients age 55 plus and property managers. Come gather information about the application process and build rapport with multiple housing providers. You can contact D'Augusta S. with questions or concerns at 414-373-8083. 414-373-8083. Again, that's put on by Milwaukee County 55 Plus Affordable Housing Event, Tuesday, June 30th. from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at 1230 West Cherry Street here in Milwaukee. So go out there and get the information. We always talk about what we don't have, but when we have that information, we need to be able to go and get it. It's not costing you anything. So make sure you go out and support that. Also, Cheryl with Prolific Realty Group. If you're looking to buy a home, then you can give Cheryl a call at 414-305-7880, 414-305-7880. That is Cheryl with Prolific Realty Group. So what the business is sponsored each and every Friday morning right here on The Truth 101.7 FM. It's sponsored and powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local businesses. And shout out to Dog City right here in the 3rd Street Market Hall, and also Mr. Dye's Pies that is located right down here in the 3rd Street Market Hall. So we got to get ready to take care of some bills. We'll come back to talk about more of the topics and issues and what's going on at the old Walmart location. We'll be black.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 19th.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in May 19th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Still think you're going to use those old chemicals just sitting around under the sink, in the garage, or down in the basement? We're talking things like old antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, propane cylinders, and pesticides. So don't let them sit there. Get rid of them right away to MMSD's Home Hazmat Drop-Off Centers. It's safe, it's easy, and it's open to all Milwaukee County residents. There are 3 locations open year-round. Let's clean up Milwaukee.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, join March of Dimes this Saturday at 9 a.m. for a March for Babies at Greenfield Park. Come together with Milwaukee County community to support moms and babies and be part of something that truly matters. Hundreds have already signed up, and there's still time for you to join the walk. Every step helps support healthier pregnancies and stronger families, especially for those facing the greatest barriers to care. So grab your friends, bring the family, and show up. March for Babies this Saturday at 9 a.m. at Greenfield Park. Sign up now at marchforbabies.org.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning. I am the legendary Home Blow along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
Shout out to our girl, Bailey Coleman.
That was funny when Sherman did it with me, though.
Yeah, it was.
$5,000. Shout out to Bailey. Love you, Bailey.
Yeah, absolutely. Dame, one of the other things that we were going to talk about is
I spilled water all over my shirt. Look at that. Such a bad kid.
For the ladies.
For the
That's what you
ladies.
did it for. You wanted them to see the wet T-shirt
See
look.
the wet T-shirt contest.
Yeah, so.
That's what that spot is. That's not slobber or any other.
Okay.
Let me stop.
So Milwaukee officials are pushing back on data center rumors. City officials are disputing rumors surrounding a proposed large-scale data center project in Milwaukee, saying no final approvals or confirmed development plans currently exist. The debate comes as Wisconsin sees growing interest in AI and cloud computing facilities, which have sparked concerns about energy use, tax incentives, and neighborhood impact. We do have a clip. We're going to have Will play that clip. And Truth Nation, we need to hear your thoughts so they can hear your thoughts and opinions.
Abandoned Walmart on Milwaukee's north side could soon be getting some new life. City documents show it is not an artificial intelligence processing center, despite some rumors that have been spreading online.
Yeah, Do It Source sat down with a data center expert to break down the proposal.
While community organizers and posts on social media claim that the city of Milwaukee is opening a data center, online documents show that a small data processing facility is proposed for this abandoned Walmart.
I think the biggest concern right now is you don't really know what they need.
Documents filed with the Milwaukee City Plan Commission show a proposal to use part of the Walmart near 60th and Capitol for a data processing and computer research facility. Michael Zimmer, the director of the Center of Data Ethics at Marquette University, says the space could be used to store servers.
It's more likely that it's just going to be a set of computers, not different than the phone company having buildings with sets of computers.
Online, the project has been recast as something much bigger, a large-scale AI data center.
It certainly is showing the anxiety that many people have.
CBS 58 spoke with the Sherman Community Organization, who put this emergency notice on social media. Organizers say the language in the proposal led them to believe it could be a computer data center.
The kinds of processing that they're trying to do at those large data centers just really wouldn't be possible in the size that they're describing here.
The mayor's office says the proposed plan would take up about one-fifth of the former Walmart's floor space and is not equivalent to the massive, noisy, power-hungry data centers. District 2 Alderman Mark Chambers says the facility is expected to have a small footprint and require no water from the local supply.
It would be surprising for it to turn into something like what we're seeing in Port Washington or down in Pleasant Prairie.
Reporting in Milwaukee, Duas Sharp, CBS 58 News.
Truth Nation.
Imagine
what
turning
is your thoughts about this situation? Alderman Mark Chambers of the 2nd Aldermanic District put out a memo and press release saying clearing confusion at the Midtown Center. Statement from Alderman Mark Chambers Jr. that was put out on May 14th, 2026. Data centers are a couple of very bad words these days. They conjure images of gray buildings covering thousands of acres, creating nuisance levels of noise and taxing local water supplies and other resources. The development proposed for the Midtown Center includes nothing even close. It is true that a high technology use is included in part of the project submitted by AFS Milwaukee, LLC. While the details of their submittal are not final, that use is expected to have a small footprint and, with respect to water, utilize a closed-loop system that will be entirely self-containing and require no water from the local supply. Its power need will be similarly limited. I'm getting it tongue-tied here. Despite all this, I know that residents have not received nearly enough information about this proposal, and for that reason, it will not be heard at Monday's City Plan Commission meeting. Once better information is available, I will want to hear from all those directly affected by this development to help inform my decisions about it. And one thing is certain, no matter what is proposed, I will ensure that parameters are in place to prevent noise and air quality impacts on the neighbors. I have always been committed to the redevelopment of the Midtown Center, and I want it developed in a way that brings the highest and best uses possible to those in the area and throughout the city. those two goals do not contradict, but we can only achieve them if everyone acts based on accurate information and not hyperbolic, driven by the press and social media. And that is the end of it. But you see what I'm reading. It's so small. So that's why I'm
No
like,
problem. The thing at question
there.
here is accurate information.
Mm-hmm.
What is the accurate information? Because what I'm hearing is a lot of we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only people who do know for sure are those that are the developers and those that are doing the proposal themselves. They're the only ones that know for sure what they had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we hear it's not going to be that, we don't, but it's also like we don't think it's going to be that. It doesn't have the size to be that. It shouldn't be that. It's not going to use up
It'll
water.
be self-contained.
It's not going to use up water like that. It's going to be self-contained like this and this. But you're not saying it's not going to be a data center. You're saying it's not going to be a data center in the size of the ones that have been proposed in other areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But are you saying it's not? Are you definitely saying it's not going to be a data center? And that's what I think the Sherman Park community and those in that area want to hear, is that it's not going to be a data center. And from 26 years of working in the city, I understand city language. I understand the nuances of a city conversation. And when something like this happens, where they make this proposal, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't going to be a data center in the vein that we thought it may have been, and even not as big, then they would have just went through with it, right?
Right.
But now they pulled it all the way off. They pulled it all the way off the agenda. They pulled it all the way off the schedule. Nobody's is going to be, they don't know when they're going to put it up there. They're going to say it's a month before it puts. But you got all this other stuff that is on there as well that would have been affected by this. You got the library, you got the housing, and all of that stuff that's also going to be connected to this. And if I'm a developer, I don't want that to be hung up because of this one issue. So I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to take that issue off. I'm going to resubmit it without that even being on there, and we'll talk about that at a later date. Because you think it's just going to slide through because it's a smaller footprint. It's not as big, but people are awake now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to be specific and say, this is not going to be a data center.
Yep.
This is not going to be anything contributing. It's going to be just servers for a business. Well, what business? What are these servers going to need?
Mm-hmm.
That's different than, okay, it's just going to be a data center. And across the country, people are fighting these data centers. And that just shows a lack of connection and thinking that people aren't watching.
Mm-hmm.
That you talk about the libraries, you talk about the residential portion of it the most, but they watching now. And as soon as they see servers and that language, when they doing it, probably fits the same language that would be for a data center, because it's just a catch-all, this, and that. And you have to check those boxes. Well, you've checked those boxes. So we don't know what you've got planned, but if we okay it at this point, then it's going to go to the committee, and then all of that will be flushed out anyway. But then it's too late once it gets to committee, because now the community is there, the orders are here, and your whole deal can die at that table. So then it's too late.
Okay.
So it's got to happen now. And so they pull it off before it goes to this. And the committee that it was going to go to is just like a rubber stamp committee. It don't too much happen in there. They just determine whether it's legal and whether it meets the qualifications and can actually be done. Then it goes to the other committees that would actually do it, the Common Council committees. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Well, Truth Nation, we want to hear from you. 833-212-1017. What's your truth on this? What's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's much ado about nothing? Do you think that this is something that the inner city needs in that vacant property? What's your truth? Because a lot of people, there's some pros and there's some cons. There's some Yeah, we should have that. We should have that. And then there are some people that feel like we shouldn't. So we want to know. And we can even put up a YouTube poll. Do you think having a data center at the old Midtown location for Walmart is a good thing or not? Do you support it? Yes or no? Do you support the proposed data center at Midtown Walmart, the former Midtown Walmart? So, Will, if we can get that poll up. And if you'd like to call in and give us your thoughts or text in, 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talk text line. So we can get a pulse on what Truth Nation is feeling about this. Again, support or not support. We got to take care of some bills. We'll be black.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at U-Path Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upaathride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Westbound 94, slowing from about 30th Street all the way through to Hawley Road. Eastbound, just coming out of the Stadium interchange past 35th. Southbound 41, a little heavy from just south of Appleton Avenue down towards Capitol Drive. Northbound between North Avenue and Burleigh. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is looking pretty good. The two things right near the airport spur, technically they're saying it's a disabled vehicle. Looks like it's a pickup truck that hit one of those portable signs and barrel. So just be careful if you're heading through that area. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Morning showers, then partly cloudy, breezy and warm, a high of 73 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 56. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We do have our YouTube poll up. You can go to our YouTube page. Do you support the proposed data center at the former Midtown Walmart? Yes or no? You can call in 833-212-1017 and let us know your truth. Pros, cons. What is it? Is it much ado about nothing? Because some people think, man, what's the big deal?
And, a lot of people hear about data centers and they just know that there's this recent uproar with the creation of them because they've been needed so much, but they don't really understand, what data centers do. Firstly, they help, the data centers. That's self-explanatory. With all of the AI stuff that's going on, with all of the computer generation stuff that's going on, those servers need to be housed somewhere. So that's that. But
as simple as you made that sound, some people don't, and some people won't even acknowledge that they don't really understand it. They just be like, somebody else say they didn't want it there. Okay, yeah, don't put it there. Don't put it there because it's going to be dangerous. But they don't understand what they are and what they actually do.
Now,
people see it in movies and be like, look at all them computers. Look at all that. That's basically
this, right? But then but what happens on the flip side of it is what people say happens is there's severe environmental and health impacts, massive water consumption. There can be some air pollution, noise and light pollution, economic and community strain that utility bills in those areas around there seem to somehow creep up when data centers are built. They really don't have a lot of jobs in those spaces, so they're taking up space when, it's only going to take 4 or 5 people to work in. And those 4 or 5 people, have high degrees. And so it's not going to be like, people see a data center, it's going to be jobs. No, it's not really going to be a lot of jobs.
Right.
And then the taxpayer burden to attract the massive investments. Then you just got this box that's just sitting there. That's the aesthetic side of it. That's pretty much, the cons of it, right?
Right.
That people have wrapped up in a nutshell, made as simple as possible without going too deep. Those are the reasons why people have negative thoughts about data centers.
Yeah. So again,
at least people should come from a place of, at least they know that little bit.
Right. Absolutely. And like I say, oftentimes, man, there are some conversations that people are left out of because they don't want to ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I encourage every morning, like, hey, ask. You know what I'm saying? So you can find out. Be like, what does this mean? Just like yesterday, when me and Bailey were talking, somebody was like, homie, can you break down, and this was like not while we were on the air, but somebody sent me a message and said, homie, can you break down again the surplus and why some people should have said, no, that's good that they didn't pass it, and, what's the whole yay and nay type situation. And I was able to break it down for her, and she was like, thank you very much. And that's it, so that's why I say when we're talking about solutions and people that talk about the speed bumps and all of that, the traffic calming and whatnot, be like, did you go to the meetings, when they said we're trying to figure out what we need to do? And if you didn't, and then they came up with speed bumps and traffic calming measures, and now you don't like them, it's like, well, you had a whole year or 2 years to try to give your truth. You were invited to some town hall meetings in different areas and different communities. So it wasn't just like, it was only on one side of town. We often give the locations of when they're going to be at various places. And you got to show up. You got to show up, and you got to ask your questions.
Yep.
You
got to
talk about what you think some of the solutions should be. So at least now we're part of the conversation. Now we're part of it. But when you don't, and then, they say, well, we say like, well, what y'all want to talk about today? And they ain't got nothing. Then guess what? Me and Bailey, Bailey and Dane, we going to come up with something.
And then when you show up, at least before you even show up, do some research.
That's right.
Read something. There's a verse by Common where he's talking about the Bible and the Quran, and he's like, oh, you got to read them boys. I oftentimes hear that in my head when I'm presenting something, even to y'all, because before I talk about something, before we talk about the data centers, before we talk about the election commission lady being I say accosted, but being, the FBI showing up to her door, I do my research. So then I can talk about it from position of authority, a position of knowledge. I can talk about it. A lot of times people don't do their research. And sometimes research gets the tin hat look, like, oh, research.
Right.
No, just go read something.
Right. And
go read some articles.
Right.
Go read something from somebody who has done the work and dive deep into the subjects that you want to know about. Go read. You don't got to read scholarly journals and stuff like that. Just go read some articles and get the basis of it. So then when you go to these meetings, we're not going over this stuff and spending most of the time wasted on trying to educate you on it. Let's get you educated on it. Now let's talk about how this is going to affect our community. And that goes for regular people. That goes for our elected officials, because a lot of them don't read that stuff either. So everybody needs to read the stuff before they start talking about it. So then we're not wasting time trying to re-educate people about certain things. Let's learn about data centers. So before I came up here, I'm going to learn about data centers. Before I reposted what I reposted from Sherman Park, I'm going to read about it and learn about it and make sure what I'm reposting is valid. And I found out it was. And then when you hear them talking with the language that they're using with probably and maybe and it shouldn't be, you don't know. Only people that know is that developer. So until we know for sure, because the language, it could fit under that.
Right.
So until we know for sure, just get away with it. Just take it off the table. There's no reason to even discuss it, because it's going to stop the people talking about, oh, we need development. We need this to happen. Well, that's not going to happen with this. So we need housing. Don't try to throw this in there with it because we need housing. Well, we can take that out. Get the housing, get the library. We'll talk about that later. Separate the two.
Yep, absolutely. On another note, when we're talking about uses of facilities, the advisory committee weighs 3 mixed-use development proposals for the King Drive site, which was formerly CYD, right? So Milwaukee's Bronzeville Advisory Committee is weighing 3 development proposals for the site at 2601 and 2615 North Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Milwaukee's Bronzeville district. The 3 proposals for the old CYD building, for those of you who are from Milwaukee and you know the late Janetta Robinson and Mother Simpson. The 3 proposals from Milwaukee-based development firms, Martin Luther King Economic Development Corporation, Northern Star Companies, LLC, and KG Development Group, are all mixed-use affordable housing developments that attempt to revitalize the area while honoring the parcel's history. The site is adjacent to the city's Victory Over Violence Park, created in honor of Janetta Simpson Robinson, as well as a well-known activist for nonviolence in the city. The Department of City Development originally received 6 proposals for the site, and the top 3 were chosen for the advisory committee to review. So that's Martin Luther King Economic Development Corporation proposal is the MLK Mosaic. Milwaukee-based development firm Martin Luther King Economic Development Corporation is proposing a 4-story, 60-unit mixed-income apartment complex with 92% of the units allocated for affordable housing, an 8,860 square foot food hall with 5 vendors, including 1,600 square feet of shared commercial kitchen space and more than 10,000 square feet of space for a public gathering plaza. The apartment complex would offer 24 one-bedroom units, 21 two-bedroom units, and 15 three-bedroom units with price points ranging from $622 to $2,302. One bedrooms would be 620 square feet, 2 bedrooms would be 900 square feet, and 3 bedrooms would be 1,120 square feet. Amenities for the apartment complex includes a 768 square foot fitness center, a 698 square foot co-working space, a 627 square foot media room, 2,567 square foot community room, and other spaces like a lobby, bike room, leasing office, and packaging room. Package room. The food hall would include communal seating and flexible zones for dining events, markets, and gatherings, and 10 dedicated commercial parking spaces. Vendors like Walk on Campus, Sam's Place Jazz Cafe, and Abysnia Coffee would be considered for the space. The Mosaic Park would include a performance area for events like spoken word or outdoor concerts, an interactive sculpture garden, children's play area, community seating, programmed events, and stormwater features. The developer is partnering with Milwaukee-based construction firm C.G. Schmidt, a Milwaukee-based Continuum Architects plus Planners, and Milwaukee-based prime consulting services for the project. The proposed development, named the MLK Mosaic, would require the demolition of the existing structures on the site at an estimated cost of $900,000. The total construction budget for the project is $27.6 million. The construction of the building would create more than 60 jobs and generate more than $67 million in MLK FDC investment, the developer said. Now, they also have the other ones. I won't go into all of them, but KG Development Group proposes the Victory Lofts and 48-unit workforce and affordable housing apartment complex. The project named Victory Lofts would include a 7,500 square foot cultural hub and more. And the third, and with that one, the mixed use development was created by 3 students, Donna Page, Babuni Tatum, and Jarius Shaw, in association and commercial real estate ACRE program, a 26-week program designed to expand minority representation in the commercial real estate industry. Shout out to D Page.
Shout out to ACRE.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of that stuff, and it's just me.
Yeah.
I don't like LIHTC. And let me explain to y'all what LIHTC is. LIHTC is low-income housing tax credits, buildings. So they get tax credits when they say we're going to make it for low income or we're going to make it mixed income or whatever. They get tax credits, which helps them to fill in the gaps when the gaps in their funding. So if they get from this bank and that bank and whoever they get this money, there's money left over, they get LIHTC, they get these tax credits, they can go sell these tax credits to different people, and in selling those tax credits, they get the money to finish the project or to get the project going. The problem with LIHTC is that it's not permanent. That's only for a certain amount of time, however long you negotiated with, 10, 15 years, whatever it is, right? And then the owner at that point can turn the property into, they can just say, now we're going to do market-based. And what that means is, although it's low-income housing right now and people can afford it.
Yeah, it'll become whatever the market.
In 10 or 15 years, it's going to become whatever the market says it's going to be. And in my opinion, and what has been shown in other major cities, is that type of stuff kind of leads towards a delayed reaction of gentrification, but it still leads towards that happening, where those who look like us no longer can afford to live in these apartments, and they fix them up and they use them. How I learned about this, I learned from school, obviously. I took some development classes. Shout out to those that taught me that in school. You know who you are. My man Mahan, Steve Mahan, taught a class, and I learned it in that. But also I learned it from inspecting and doing some of these properties. And I was talking to some of these owners, and they're saying, this is my retirement. Because right now I build this, I use LIHTC, I get this money. Now I have to just, for the next 10 years or 15 years, I rent it on that. But then by the time I'm ready to retire, and by the time that matures out, I got 15, 20 units that now I could charge market base, and I could sell as condos, and I can do that. And that, we can't afford that at that point.
So it's sort of like sometimes when you buy some of these city properties and they say, well, okay, you got to live in it for 5 years.
Yeah.
And then you can, do what you do.
Right.
But you got to live there for 5 years.
You got to live there for 5 years.
Before we go to break, Will, what is the poll saying on YouTube so we can get a wrap-up of that?
16% yes, 84% no.
The question was, do you support the proposed data center at the former Midtown Walmart? All right, we got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning. We'll be black.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application. Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome, Black. Welcome, Black. It is coming up on the weekend. So, yeah. Got to get, but it's going to be interesting. A lot of development coming. But even with the light tech, to break that down, like a lot of people didn't understand that.
They don't understand what that means.
You feel what I'm saying?
They think that's for, into infinity, that it's going to be low income housing. No. And that's why in our district, when Russ and I we had stopped doing that. You want to come over here and do some development, build some houses.
Right.
Build some condos, build something that people can own. And then I heard Kyle often say, oh, well, we can't afford it. Well, some people can. And build something that's affordable to them, because that class of our Blackness still exists. And when we do build houses, we were building houses, and then they would cost $300,000, $350. Well, the people that have jobs and are working jobs and are gainfully employed can't afford that.
Right.
So build us something that people can afford. And so that was the goal. Build us something. Because when we got elected, and whenever that was, I said our main goal here, and we're charged with, is stopping gentrification. Is making sure that when we leave these positions, that a district that is 85-90% Black is still that when we leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that those who have historically been in these places, whether it be Metcalf Park, whether it be Lindsay Heights, whether it be Amani, whatever, they're still there when we leave. And so we went about thinking, and that was, look, we can't just keep building low-income housing. We can't keep doing that. That's putting a Band-Aid on it. We need home ownership.
Right.
Bring something to me that's going to make it so that my people can stay here and be here and have a foot, not just have the numbers that the people are here. I want them to be seen. So
right, that part.
So it's not that low-income housing is bad. It's just that we want to help our people and have home ownership. So build us programs that can do that. And when you put that call out, people answer, they responded, and that's what happens.
Right. So again, Truth Nation, thank y'all for participating in that poll. Again, if you have some comments, you want to let us know what your truth is about all of these things, because they're happening. You know what I'm saying? They are happening. And don't mess around and just be mad after the stuff takes place and be like, blam is this, blam is that. You have to get involved, and you do have opportunities. A lot of people act like, well, they didn't tell us nothing about it. They actually did. They actually had meetings, and you didn't attend them. And some other people that attended them may have said, yeah, they may have been for it. Some may have been against it. And you'd be like, what? They didn't do it? Why? Well, we had community meetings. We had community meetings here and there. We had 4 of them. And all of the people that showed up were saying they didn't want it. So now you up here talking about, we need something like that. Well, you should have showed up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because, again, you got to be a part of the process. You can't just say, like, you're anti every damn thing, but you're not taking part in the process. It's just like when we're talking about finding something for our youth to do. Come on out. Bring your sons and daughters. You get what I'm saying? Well, my daughter told me that they need, bring them to these brainstorming meetings so we can end up saying, okay, blam, well, we had a majority of the youth said that they need this, or they would like to see this, or they'd like to see that. And that way they become a part of the process instead of people just getting mad and saying, I don't know why they doing that. That ain't going to help. Well, did you participate in the process? Did you say some things that could help, that could make somebody have a second thought or a second opinion? Be like, you know what? I never thought of it like that. We learn something every day, and that's why we're here to educate and be educated. It's some things that I may talk about, Dane may talk about, Bailey may talk about, but then somebody else can say, oh, no, do y'all really understand what this is? We're like, oh, you know what? No, I didn't. And I'm not afraid to say, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't understand that. And thank you for educating people, because a lot of people go out here just think that they know every damn thing.
The man that thinks he knows it all knows nothing at all.
That's it, bro.
The man that thinks he knows it all knows nothing at all.
Nothing
if you don't know that you don't know nothing, then you don't know nothing.
That's it.
There you go.
But I do know one thing.
What's that?
That on Saturday, June 27th,
there we go,
it will be the 32nd annual Home Blow birthday party for the kids, happening at the Simmons Boys and Girls Club in Metcalf School at 3400 West North Avenue. It's from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's absolutely free for everyone, but it's designed for children 2 to 13 years old. We'll have bounce houses galore. We'll have the MFD Mobile Survivor Live House. We'll have the MPD free ice cream truck. We'll have free haircuts, free hair braiding. We're going to see if we can get the horses to be on the street because of all of the construction that's going on and whatnot. We'll have sponsors and vendors there with giveaways. Right now, I believe I'm well over $8,000 in toys and bikes and electric riding and cars.
Super dope.
Yeah. So come on out. Learn what's available. There will be learning centers there. There will be schools there where it's showing you how you can enroll. A lot of resources there. The Office of Early Childhood Initiative, Mighty Small Moments. So they'll be there, and they always they're dealing with the younger children because you got to catch them there and make sure that their brain power is working the way that it needs to be. So they have different displays. So we got Bader Philanthropies, who is my presenting sponsor. This year, you got the Brewers Community Foundation, you've got Spectrum, you've got West Care, so it's a lot. And then we've got our community, we got our gold sponsors, and shout out to Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, who has been a proud supporter of the birthday party for the kids. So community health care, PCS, is that what she told me? Primary care service?
Yeah.
So, and we've got Maleka Early Learning Center. We've got Children's Knowledge Learning Center 2 and 3. We've got Eisenberg, Riley,
it's not
Benmere. No, I said Eisenberg.
I was going to say Wagner in my head, so I'm speaking out loud.
Zimmerman. It's actually Zimmerman, Eisenberg, Riley, and Zimmerman.
Yeah.
But we've got Liquid, formerly the Oasis. We've got the Greater Milwaukee Urban League. We've got Unite WI, Bria Grant. We got a lot of people. Dog City, yeah. So Saturday, June 27th. Make sure you come on out, bring the kids. We got billboards up around the city.
We got billboards now.
Yeah, you see one, take a picture by it and tag me.
Oh my God, billboards now, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, let me clear this up with y'all. This is not like my last day. Like, when I say like my last week, I meant like next week Friday. So y'all stop blowing me up talking about, I'm sad you leaving. I still got a couple more days.
Yeah.
And that ain't gonna be the end of you seeing me anyway. So
that part.
I love y'all. I love y'all.
If nobody has told you that they love you today, we want to let you know that we love you. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow, the Big Clean at Omega Missionary Baptist Church, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'll be there. Holla Black. Have a great weekend, Will.
Peace.